Hello friends, welcome to my gardening channel Growing Container. Today I will give you some tips so you can grow loquat at your home in pots and in ground. So let's start. So here are my loquat trees. They all are in pots and they produce fruit every year. This year I already harvested lot of fruit. You can see these are the bunches that I harvested fruits, and some of them are left because they are little small, so I giving them time to get bigger and harvested all the other fruit. So loquat is very tasty fruiting plants. I love their leaves and their shape. Their leaves are so beautiful and healthy. So this plant is also very beautiful if you give it a good shape. So this plant usually brought a loquat from your nursery and choose the variety that have good size, and usually the loquat that are in orange color when they ripe are taste very best. So you have to choose the variety. Usually they are all are grafted. You can see these plants are grafted. All of them are grafted. They are about near about I think so 5-year-old plants. In this pot you can see how big their roots are now, and some of the root may penetrate from the bottom hole into the ground as well. So tip number 1, you have to plant them on first few years, a couple of years, in medium shade. They do not like full sun in first few years because they are in very hot summer. Their leaves burn and cause the plant to drop their leaves. So always remember, they love sun, they produce fruit in sun, but first 2 years you have to give them 50% shade. Otherwise, if your temperature is very hot, then you have to provide them a good shade. Like our temperature goes from 44 to 48 in summer, centigrade Celsius in summer. So if your temperature stays under 40, then you don't have to provide any shade, but then you have to give them a good watering. They love water, they love water. Their soil dry near about after every 2 days, so you have to give them good water if they are in container. But if they are in ground, then when they settled, they get their water from the ground. So you have to provide them good shade and give them good water on first few years. You can say a couple of years. Next tip is that better to prune and shape your plant on early stages, because they usually grow fruit at the end of each node. So more branches are there, the more fruit it will produce, and those branches must grow on full sun, not on shade. If those branches grow on shade, then loquat won't produce any fruit. Usually loquat pick flowering in late winter or early spring. If your weather is very cold, then it will produce flowers in early spring. Their leaves won't drop on winter, so that is a good sign. They always stay green and never drop their leaves, but it will burn when weather is very hot and you give it less water. Also make sure your water is not hard, because it will also affect on their leaves. So they don't like hard water. You have to provide them good water. Next tip is that plant them in good soil that is sandy. I see that they love sandy soil more. So my soil is very sandy, so that's why they love it and they produce fruit every year. So always keep in mind, provide them full sun and give it good water, and plant them in good soil that is sandy. On my soil there is natural sand mix, which is I think so 70% ratio. So you can see how well they are growing. I prune them. You can see here are the branches. I prune them near about as I pick fruit and I prune them. So to make their shape, I prune today from here, here and here, all those branches, because I picked the fruit from there. You can see here is the fruiting branch and some other one as well. These are the not the one. This is the fruiting branch and here is another fruiting branch. I pick the fruit and prune this branch. So I want to make them to look like umbrella, because in this shape they look very good and provide good shade and also provide good fruit. So another thing, if you see this fruit, birds love it, they eat it, so you have to protect them from birds as well, because birds eat all the fruit and leave those seeds like that. So I use these bags to cover them when they are turning yellow, to protect them, and I leave some bunches for birds as well. So always make sure you protect them from birds, because they won't leave any fruit if you do not cover them. Another tip is that you have to give them a good size container. If you are planting them in a container, they do not have very deep rooting system, but still you need to give them at least 18 inches or above. These all are 16 to 18 inches pots. So if you are planting them in pots, then keep in mind that they need some space to produce fruit, because their fruit is very nutrition. So you have to give them good fertilizer as well. So the best fertilizer is, you have to give compost in early, you can say late winter or early spring, when they are flowering. You have to compose them before, you can say 15 days before flowering. So it is late winter in my season, and it may be early spring in your season, because this is winter flowering plant. It starting to produce fruit in mostly in winter. So give them good compost, cow dung in winter, and then when fruit is set, then give them good NPK fertilizer as well, so their size get big and they get more tasty. You can see this is my grapefruit, and it also have so many grapefruit set on the tree. You can see how beautiful they look. So these are some tips. I'm sure you like them. If you like them, please subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. Bye.